Let's talk about the Tylers, Mahle, and Soderstrom up next on Fantasy Baseball Today Express. Welcome into FBT Express on Wednesday, April 16th. I am Frank Stampfl, joined by Chris Towers. Let's start with Tyler Mahle, who continues to pitch well, this time up against the Angels. 6 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts, 18 whiffs on 93 pitches, 11 of those on the fastball. He's only 57% rostered. Chris, what do you think? Must add Tyler Mahle?
Yeah, I think if you have a start like this and it's not completely out of nowhere, I think it's fair to call you a must add because we're kind of in a fallow period for the starting pitcher position. There haven't really been a ton of super interesting breakouts over the past week or so. In fact, someone like Jordan Hicks, who looked pretty interesting, kind of looks a lot less interesting after the last week or so. So, yeah, go ahead, add Tyler Mahle. I think it's probably a fluke or fluke adjacent kind of performance from him because his fastball does a lot of things well. It's got great induced vertical break. It's got a good vertical approach angle. One of those stats, like there are a lot of characteristics to like about it, but it's also 92 miles an hour. And there just aren't many pitchers who can rack up huge whiff rates with a 92 mile an hour fastball. And I think Tyler Mahle can, right? Like I think his whiff rate with this pitch last year was 26%. I think he lives somewhere in the 28% range. That's a really good mark for a four-seam fastball, but it's a 41% whiff rate on the season. That's unsustainable. There was one reliever in 9 innings who had a whiff rate that high on a four-seam fastball. So there's going to be regression. I don't think he's going to be an elite strikeout pitcher or anything, but a strikeout per inning, decent ratios, and hopefully a good offense backing him up. I know the Rangers haven't been good so far, but I still expect them to be. Yeah, I think Tyler Mahle, at the very least, add him now and see what happens.
Let's talk about Tyler Soderstrom, who looks like a stud early on in the season. 3 for 5 with 2 more homers on Tuesday. He added 6 RBI. He now leads baseball with 8 home runs on the season and 1137 OPS. He's hitting the ball hard. He's barreling it up. The plate discipline looks great. The next question, Chris, how high is too high to rank Tyler Soderstrom at first base?
I mean, number 1 for sure. You can't rank him that high. I would lean towards anywhere inside of the top 12 being too high if you're including Salvador Perez and Wilson Contreras, who are both first basemen who you're playing at catcher. So if you don't want to include them, then yeah, I think you can get Soderstrom into the top 12. He's hitting the ball really hard. Plate discipline, like you said, is excellent. And it's not coming out of nowhere. He was a top prospect, had a really good numbers at AAA. I think it was like 35 homers at AAA. And last year had a 348 expected WOBA at the major league level. He didn't live up to that quite, but there were signs coming into the season, and we didn't mention this on the full podcast, but it is worth noting, much better home environment. Playing in Sacramento versus Oakland, it's just a much better hitting environment overall. So, yeah, we might be seeing a legitimate breakout here. I don't think Tyler Soderstrom is going to be a 328 hitter like he currently is, but 270 with 30-plus homer upside, I think that's realistic.
And one other note on Tyler Soderstrom, he could apparently get reps at third base as a way to clear a spot for Nick Kurtz. And that's another name.
I had Nick Kurtz too.
Go stash Nick Kurtz. I think he's right around 57, 60% rostered. So stash him now. One of the top prospects in all of baseball, off to a magnificent start at AAA. And the A's are openly looking for a way to get him in their lineup. Let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this. She knows, and I know she knows. Welcome back in, FBT Express. Let's go over some of the biggest news items from Tuesday. Matt Shaw was optioned to AAA after hitting 172 with 1 home run over his first 18 games of the season. Plate discipline actually looks solid, just not hitting the ball hard at all. Chris, would you be looking to hold on to Matt Shaw anywhere, or is this a pretty clear drop for you?
I think in deeper leagues, yeah, sure, stash him because it's entirely possible he's back sometime early in May, and it's just a bump in the road, right? Like we see that pretty often with young guys. But I will say he did look like someone who was probably a little overmatched at the major league level. It's not surprising. He had one full season as a pro after being drafted, made it to the majors, but he was probably on the passive side of things as a hitter. Had a low chase rate, but also a low in zone swing rate. So it's not like, the plate discipline metrics weren't terrible. He walked a lot, but I think that was more just he wasn't swinging rather than that he was making the right decisions. I think that'll come. I still think he's a very talented player. So not giving up on Matt Shaw. I'll be excited when he gets the call again, but he's got some stuff to work on.
Bobby Miller is expected to be called up to start Wednesday against the Rockies. He made 3 appearances at AAA, a 2.25 ERA, but a 142 whip and 11 walks to 11 strikeouts in 12 innings pitched. He's 14% rostered. Any interest in a spec ad on Bobby Miller in deeper leagues?
I mean, it is the Rockies away from Coors Field. So if Bobby Miller has a good start today, I wouldn't be shocked. But he's got 11 walks in 12 innings at AAA. He was horrible last season, was not any good when he got sent down last year, which is why he never got called back up. Didn't seem like he ever really had a chance to make the roster in spring training. Certainly didn't do anything to help his causes either. So I think the likeliest outcome is Bobby Miller throws 3 2/3 innings with 4 walks tomorrow and is sent right back down to AAA. But the Dodgers already have a need in their rotation. They've called up a ton of spot starters recently. Maybe you catch lightning in a bottle with Miller and he goes on a run. We had him as a top 100 player last year, top 30 starting pitcher in pretty much everyone's rankings last year. So it's clearly a talented player. Let's see if he can, find some of that talent again.
And the Brewers recalled Logan Henderson from AAA. Sounds like he'll join their rotation at some point soon. 19 starts in the minors last year, 3.32 ERA, a .91 whip, 11.5 K per 9. He is only 6% rostered. Chris, who would you rather add between Logan Henderson and Bobby Miller?
Oh, Logan Henderson, for sure. There's opportunity there. There is more recent success at the AAA level for Henderson. And, he's someone that on most prospect lists is on the 12 to 15 range for the Brewers organization. But I will note the Fangraphs has him as a top 100 prospect. He's got a really good fastball and changeup. And the biggest question, it seems, is there anything else, or is this just a 2-pitch profile? Well, he added a curveball this spring. He has a cutter that he'll use occasionally. If the curveball or cutter can be a viable pitch, I think the fastball changeup combo could be really good for Logan Henderson. I think there's an opportunity for some runway with the Brewers if he pitches well. I will definitely take the chance on Logan Henderson.
All right. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to our full-length podcast, Fantasy Baseball Today, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today Express, and we will be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye.